Hey friends, 2025 was full of a lot of things, and one of those things, board games. Tons of board games. Google's AI estimates that between 3,500 and 5,000 new board game titles came out this past year. That's insane. And there were some pretty incredible releases that I've been lucky enough to play. So today, I'm counting down my personal top 10 favorite board games that came out in 2025. If you enjoy this video, please hit like and subscribe, and also let me know in the comments below your favorite games of 2025. Before we dive in, just a couple quick notes about this list. First, it's limited to games I actually got to play. As much as I would have loved to have played every single one of the 3,500 plus games that came out, I sadly couldn't quite squeeze it all in. And to be honest, there are a couple titles I didn't get a chance to play that would have definitely been solid contenders for my top 10, including Speakeasy by Vital Lacerda. I know, I'm ashamed to admit I haven't played it yet. I'll actually be releasing a list next week of my top 5 games that I didn't get to play from 2025 that I wish I had. Also, this top 10 list is subjective, based on my own preferences and experiences, but hopefully you enjoy it and it helps you find new games to check out. And lastly, most of these games are games I've previously reviewed here or on the Game Boy Geek, and the rest I'll be covering in upcoming videos. You can find links to all of those reviews as well as each game's Board Game Geek page in the description below. Anyways, let me stop talking about this list and actually get to the list. Kicking us off at number 10 is Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay by Vegard Eliasson Stillerud, Eilif Svensson, and Asmund Svensson, published by Chili Fox Games. This pirate adventure has you building crews, conquering harbors, digging treasures, delivering crates, and battling monsters in a somewhat interactive Euro game. I like that this game has all the goodness of many pirate-themed games without as much of the take-that backstabbery that many do. So you can just build your engine and try to become the richest buccaneer of the 7 seas. The components are fantastic, the theme pops, and the multi-card use and action selection system is really enjoyable. A strong start to the list with that perfect mix of strategy, theme, and replayability. At number 9, we've got Brink by Max Anderson, Zach Dixon, and Austin Harrison from IV Studio, which is a game set in the Moonrakers universe. It's worker placement with trading, diplomacy, hex exploration, and hidden voting for faction prestige. This game is super rich and so engaging. I absolutely love the simplicity of worker placement where you're setting out these variable strengths of ships to get increasingly strong actions, and also the ways you can upgrade them to shift their abilities is so sick. You get to build a pretty epic system and economy, but the end round votes can really shake things up. It's also extremely beautiful, which is par for the course for IV Studio, especially this deluxe version I have. Number 8 goes to Cretaceous Rails by Journey, published by Spielcraft Games. Time travel to the dinosaur era, build rail networks through jungles, and run safari for tours and tourists. Pick up and deliver with dual action worker placement and gorgeous dino minis. I really dig how the route building and resort tableau create awesome synergies. And again in this one, the action selection where you've got a grid that changes each round that you select pairs of actions on is super rad. It's thematic, strategic, and just plain cool. And this expansion, Cretaceous Skies, is very well done and it pushes it even to the next level. Soaring in at number 7 is Merchants of Andromeda by the guy who makes more games than anyone else on the planet, Rainer Knizia, and published by Allplay. You're a galactic merchant who is trying to outbid, outcontrol, and outthink your opponents all in real time. It's chaotic fun as you manipulate markets, explore, defend, and participate in shady politics. Here's what I think are the 2 best parts of this game. First, the amalgamation of minigames. It's a blast like Mario Party. Secondly, the real-time Dutch auctions. Honestly, one of my favorite things in a game from 2025. This game rules. Coming in hot at number 6 is Millennia Tracks of Time by Orestes Leontoritis and Mike Diryao, published by Karma Games. This civilization builder spans eras with card drafting and obsolescence. Tech and buildings expire as time progresses, forcing tough pivots and strong planning. The tracks for prosperity, culture, and more create multiple paths to victory, and the replayability with hundreds of cards is huge. I love civilization building games, and track upgrades and engine building is exactly how I roll. And this game combines all of that amazingly well. It's elegant, yet deep, with that constant push-pull of building now versus planning for later ages. 100% one of my favorite civilization building games out there. Also, as an added bonus, these new games from Karma have such perfect box inserts with a guide for how to store everything. So well done. Number 5 is The Anarchy by Bobby Hill from Garfield Games. A heavy flip/draft and write set in medieval England's Civil War. You're a noble loyal to King Stephen, building domains, fortifying castles, and defending against invasions while chaining combos like crazy. It's got that Hadrian's Wall DNA, but cranked up with siege elements and also various scenarios to give the game some great variety and replayability. Garfield just never stops. It's banger after banger, and this is probably my favorite verb and write game ever. The satisfaction of those long action chains is unreal. It's just epic, and that's all there is to it. Definitely the most colorful title in this countdown is Transgalactica at number 4 by Daniele Tassini from Devere. This space exploration worker placement has you commanding fleets, mining planets, trading, and influencing the Galactic Senate. The interaction is a bit higher for a Euro game due to the follow action mechanic. It also has engine building that ramps up beautifully. Despite some of the issues with the rulebook and some rules glitches, this game looks awesome and is so cool. I adore the constant following mechanism that keeps everyone engaged the whole time and also offers such a tight puzzle to unlock as you build glorious synergies. And I also think the artwork is magnificent. Bronze medal at number 3, Vantage, the massive open-world cooperative adventure by Jamie Stegmaier from Stonemaier Games. Crash landing on an uncharted planet and exploring hundreds of interconnected locations. It's basically a sandbox exploration video game on your table, with total freedom to go wherever and do whatever you want. The communication between scattered players is immersive and meaningful, and the discovery never stops. There is seriously an unfathomable amount of content I still have yet to see in this game. And one of the things that puts this game over the top for me is how it really creates a truly cooperative experience. There really isn't much space for one player to be the alpha and quarterback the whole thing. Only you can see your location, so every player needs to carve their own path while contributing to the team. I knew instantly this game would be in my top 10. It was really difficult to place it though, because while I like exploration and cooperative games, these usually aren't the highest on my list. But I actually think that this is the most amazingly designed game on this list. So it was hard to balance all the factors and know exactly where it landed, as it's the most unique one on the list. Anyways, here it is at number 3, such a fantastic production, Vantage. And at number 2, Luthier is music to my ears, by Dave Beck and Abe Burson from Paverson Games. It's a follow-up vibe to Distilled, but I like this one even more than Distilled. This game has you crafting fine musical instruments for historical patrons like Mozart in the classical era. It's a clever mix of hidden bidding and worker placement with a unique engine building through your workshop upgrades and performances. Here are a few standout features. First off, the production and artwork is outstanding. It's a seriously gorgeous game, especially if you have the custom organ-shaped dice tower, which sadly I don't have. The thoughtful theme is spot on. Real characters, real instruments, categorizations that make sense, and more. The ability to upgrade workers, your abilities, build your engine, that's all fantastic. And the different levels of workers that you place secretly, it's just so good. And here's the thing, I hadn't actually played this game, so it wouldn't have been on this list, but Paverson just sent this to me just in time and it flew right up to spot number 2, which was good news for this game, but sad news for the previous games that each lost a spot, particularly Flashpoint Legacy of Flame that had spot number 10 but got booted off. Sorry Flashpoint, but number 11 still means I love you more than most other games. And my number 1 board game of 2025, and I know I'm not alone in this, is this big beefy boy, Galactic Cruise by TK King, Dennis Northcott, and Colton Thompson from Kinson Key Games. This one's all about building and launching space cruise ships for luxurious vacations, which besides this game just sounds like something I wish I could experience in real life. This game has worker placement with some serious engine building as you recruit staff, construct rooms, and send guests on tours. I could rave about this game for hours, but here are a few reasons it's number 1 on my list. First, the theme is awesome, but also perfectly integrated. Although it's a heavy game, the things you do make sense and it all works together so incredibly well. Also, the sense of progression, planning, building, all of it is so rewarding and satisfying. And the production, don't even get me started on the production. The components, the artwork by the talented Ian O'Toole, the rulebook, the organization, the everything. It's a game I'm so proud to have on my shelf. I can't say enough about this game. And I even have the first 2 expansions, which both add excellent little tweaks to the game. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Galactic Cruise. Going through that list just makes me want to get off the camera and go play some of those games. so many awesome titles. This was a tough list to make, and I made a pretty long short list in the process, which I've included in the description in case you're interested. Let me know in the comments which of my top 10 are your favorites, or which ones you think I missed. Also, keep an eye out for my list next week of games that I'm sad I didn't get a chance to play this year. Thanks again for watching, Happy New Year, and here's to an extraordinary 2026 full of awesome new games.